Welcome to the weekly Bitcoin.com news show. My name is Corbin Fraser. Today is Friday, August 7th, 2020, and I've got a whole bunch of Bitcoin news to cover today, including major Chinese banks block customers from buying gold. Flooding threatens China's mining operations. Bitfinex offering $400 million in rewards for stolen Bitcoin. Prices rebound after a sudden 10% drop. And Bitcoin Cash discussions continue over the November upgrade. Major Chinese banks prevent customers from buying gold. Let's go to the top here. Measures to prevent customers from buying gold and other precious metals were taken by Chinese banks in order to cool an apparent gold rush. The Shanghai Gold Exchange also said it may take necessary action to curb gold trading, stating they were doing so to protect investors. Frank Hao, a Shanghai-based analyst, was quoted in saying, "Gold remains a niche investment in China due to limited investment channels, and despite regulation to slow down gold trading, Hao believes that even more investors will be looking to move away from stocks and into gold." Recently, the Chinese gold market was shaken when it was discovered that 83 tons of fake gold bars had been used as collateral for $2 billion worth of loans, but it seems that demand will continue to increase moving forward. Seems like gold is really kind of the big hot button item right now for your average kind of investor and boomer. There's some additional data going around on Twitter regarding that a lot of the younger generations are keeping a much closer eye on Bitcoin, whereas older generations are definitely watching this run up in gold, which I think has investors and new investors buying into both. Kind of interesting stuff, but I guess not such a great thing that China's not allowing people to buy gold. Just let them buy what they want, man. It's okay. All right. Here we go. Next up, we got flooding, which is threatening Chinese mining operations. Lots of stuff going on in China this week. So the 2020 monsoon season has caused massive flooding, displacing millions of Chinese citizens and left many concerned about the largest dam in the world, the Three Gorges Dam, and its structural soundness. Digital currency proponents are also concerned about the vast number of mining operations in the Sichuan province, where the dam is located. It's estimated that roughly 50% of the world's Bitcoin miners are located in China, with most being in the Sichuan province. Despite the dangers of flooding, the rainy season gives Chinese miners the advantage of the extremely low power supply costs. It's also resulted in something known as the Great Migration, a 2-week process of mining operations preparing for the annual rainy season. So this is kind of an interesting story I've heard from a few other miners, is that, there's actual migrations that go on due to the rainy season, where these miners in China will ship all of their mining equipment and load up trucks and literally warehouses full of mining gear and move locations just to basically find the cheapest supply of power for their mining operations. So, mining is a pretty serious business for a lot of these folks, both in China and across the world. And I guess when floods happen and you've got some structural concerns over a pretty large dam, you're going to have a lot of people kind of moving coin around. Kind of curious to see what will happen with the hash rate with regards to some of this news, but kind of an interesting story. Be sure to follow news.bitcoin.com for more information on this. Next up, we got a little information about the prices. So prices rebounded from a 10% drop. So last week, BTC took a price hit and the entire crypto market followed suit. It went from trading at $12,000, dropping suddenly to just under $10,700. Data from Glassnode's exchange net flow statistics indicate that even though there was a 10.9% drop, crypto exchange withdrawals outpaced deposits. This may suggest that traders are looking to hold on to their coins for longer, opposed to selling them on exchanges for fiat. So yeah, it seems like this whole, there's been a little bit of a bumpy week. I think we saw that both in BTC and BCH and Ethereum, but all in all, it's been a pretty interesting little ride here. Lots of stuff kind of heading in the vertical, which we always like to see. Be sure to check out news.bitcoin.com for more stories like these. If you're interested in checking out some of the charts and prices, and if you're kind of new to Bitcoin, try out the Bitcoin.com wallet, where we've got a breakdown of both BTC and BCH. You can check out charts for everything from day to 7-day, 1 month, 1 year. And of course, you can try out a new swap feature to dabble into the world of trading, where you can easily swap from BTC to BCH, BCH to BTC, and of course, use any of the stablecoins, including USDT Tether and USDH Honest Node. So go check those out. And next up, we've got Bitfinex offering $400 million in rewards for stolen Bitcoins. So Bitfinex announced that it is offering up to $400 million in rewards for the recovery of almost 120,000 Bitcoin that were stolen from its platform in August 2016. Not only is the exchange offering a reward to anyone connecting it with the hackers responsible for that unauthorized transfer, but it's also offering a reward to the hackers themselves for the return of the stolen coins. Bitfinex wrote, "Today's announcement of a reward is our last effort to recover these stolen funds. Those who put Bitfinex in contact with the hacker will receive 5% of the total property recovered, and the hackers will receive 25% of the total property recovered." After the breach, Bitfinex repaid all affected users in its native BFX token, with each token representing $1 of the loss. And to this day, Bitfinex remains one of the largest exchanges in the world. Pretty interesting development there. I guess if you know anything, go check out Bitfinex. If you're the hacker, it sounds like you've got an easy way to kind of get some money out of there that you don't have to worry about being dirty. I would recommend just reminding all users watching this video, don't leave your coins on exchanges. Exchanges are honeypots for hackers to go in and take all the coin and run away and buy a jet and just disappear. Hold your own keys, guys. Download the Bitcoin.com wallet. It's a non-custodial wallet, or any other, secure wallet that allows you to control your private keys for your coin. Not your keys, not your coin. Practice best practice securities within Bitcoin. Always don't trust exchanges. No matter how great they are, there's always that risk. So just keep that in mind. You are a much smaller target as an individual with the private keys than a company with all of the coins in a hot wallet or a cold storage wallet somewhere where you don't know how they're handling their coins. So next up, we've got Bitcoin Cash discussions continue over November upgrade. BCHN and ABC are both going with ACERT. So there was talk of Grasberg on ABC, which included some drift correction. So there was some concern with which would have reduced the number of coin released over several years and increased block times temporarily from approximately 10-minute block times to about 11-minute block times. Fortunately, that whole decision has been struck down. In a recent announcement by ABC, they included that they'll be activating IFP, which is the Infrastructure Funding Plan. And this was a big hot topic debate a little while ago. So in the article posted on Medium, Amory says, the Coinbase rule improvement is as follows. All newly mined blocks must contain an output assigning 8% of the newly mined coins to a specified address. As has always been the case, the miners will decide which implementation they run. The interesting thing with Bitcoin Cash is there's several different implementations from Bitcoin Unlimited, Bitcoin ABC, and the latest, which is Bitcoin Cash Node. And they're all basically trying to compete for the attention of miners to be used and ultimately become the lead implementation. There's been a lot of discussion between how to improve Bitcoin Cash's difficulty adjustment algorithm, which is what prevents the mining hash rate from completely leaving a minority chain, which is what Bitcoin Cash is. So in essence, the difficulty adjustment algorithm is able to entice users to come over, and ultimately, with Bitcoin Cash, they don't want users to just flip-flop, and users in this case being miners. They don't want these miners to just flip-flop from one coin to another and basically just drive a bunch of hash rate, make it really difficult to mine, and then leave the coin, and then you don't have blocks coming in for potentially an hour, which is what we have seen in Bitcoin Cash from time to time. So this improvement for the difficulty adjustment algorithm seems to have now found consensus with ACERT, which is the preferred method. It was written by Jonathan Tuman as well as Mark Lundeberg. And it seems like we'll be all going with that, which is good news for Bitcoin Cash users who expect that 10-minute block time. But it does seem like there's going to be some continued debate with regards to IFP and what that could mean with regards to the November upgrade schedule. So I believe I speak on behalf of everyone at Bitcoin.com in saying that a split would be very detrimental to Bitcoin Cash and would cause a lot of damage to our vision of Bitcoin Cash and peer-to-peer cash for the world. So my hope and my message to everyone is just to continue communicating. Communication is kind of the biggest thing when you're dealing with a relationship of different people. And, I think at the end of the day, I have no say in this, and I am totally okay with that. I'm but a user of Bitcoin Cash. I send and receive from time to time. I don't run a node. I don't mind, but a lot of people do. And, I think they've all got their opinions, which they're right to voice online, but it does seem like there's going to be some, interesting decisions that are being made by both sides of the community in terms of the ones that support Bitcoin ABC and the IFP and the ones that are primarily supporting BCHN and this need for just continuing with community-funded development. So interesting stuff to check out. Let us know your comments on this IFP and this recent announcement with ACERT in the comments below. We'd love to check some of those out. I'm sure Bitcoin.com will be putting out a formal announcement with regards to what we're seeing. But at the end of the day, we will be mining the longest chain as we have always done. So with Bitcoin Cash, so nothing really new there. So we've got some comments though below, only one today, but it looks like we've got one from a fella named Great Wolf. I'd like to hear your comment on txhighway.com. What is going on with that visualizer? It's been down for quite a while and the page still says under construction or under maintenance, but it's been that way for well over a month now. You're absolutely right. txhighway.com did temporarily shut down. We, there's a lot of great visualizers out there. We were really happy to be one of the first ones to kind of try to help visualize the differences between BTC and BCH and the transactions hitting the mempool. I think there's some ones that are actually doing it much better than we were. I think the one with the buses, TX Street, really interesting project, and they recently added Ethereum on there. So it's a great way to go, visualize the busyness of different chains, which is kind of what we were trying to highlight in txhighway.com. Some interesting news, though, I guess that I can reveal here is that there is an upgrade of TX Highway being worked on. The lead developer on this, Paul, who's just an absolute rock star, good Aussie bloke. He's been working on a very interesting concept for TX Highway, which I'm sure will be released fairly soon. Hopefully that under maintenance won't be up too long. But yeah, keep an eye out on Reddit. I'm sure we'll post over there on RBTC where we will share some news about that. And for everyone else, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment below if you've got any ideas on stuff we should be covering in the news. And of course, hit the bell notification if you want to hear more from us in the future and get notified. Follow us on Twitter at Bitcoin.com, and we will see you next week. Adios.